Hey everyone, and welcome back to the single sim challenge in The Sims 4. So I want to apologize for how long it has been since I last uploaded this series, but I've had a lot of things to take care of in real life. And hopefully now things are going to settle down a little bit more and I'll have more time to record this series because I'm having so much fun with Emmanuel and I'm just really curious to see what's going to happen in his life and how he's going to evolve, who he's going to become. I'm just really excited for this, so I'm really happy to be back here and I hope that you guys are too. But in the last part, Emmanuel aged up from a toddler into a child and I don't know if this is a glitch or something else. I don't know if it's supposed to happen. But Emmanuel is not going to go to school today even though it's Monday. But on the other hand, it's okay because it's a spooky day as well. That means that towards the evening, some children and teenagers will come and knock at the door to trick or treat. So this will be a way for Emmanuel to meet some children instead of going to school. But tomorrow, in any case, he's going to go to school, he's going to meet some kids, and I did place 5 families that I found on the gallery, and in each family there is at least one child. I think there is 1 or 2 families with 2 children in it, so Emmanuel has quite a bit of children to meet, and hopefully a new best friend to make, and also a partner in crime, with whom he's actually going to pull 3 pranks at school, and I think this is something that really suits Emmanuel since he's a goofball and he just really enjoys making fun, or actually make people happy by being funny, and yes, this is definitely something that he's going to enjoy. And so today, as you can see, it's a spooky day. I don't know what I'm doing right now. There you go. This is what I wanted to do. But yeah, it's spooky day and he's just in love with this holiday. He wants to wear a costume, he wants to trick or treat, and he loves the spooky spirit. So we'll have to be on the lookout in the street and see if there's maybe some ghosts around. Because for this tradition, you need to do some spooky actions such as interacting with the ghosts, vampires, or aliens. You can also carve pumpkins or play spooky music on the pipe organ. I do not have the vampires game pack, so I cannot play the pipe organs or meet vampires. I don't know if there are any aliens in the world, but we could carve some pumpkins, though we've just received the bills, and the bills are worth 904 simoleons, which is quite a lot of money. And this is actually going to use most of our money right now, so this is going to be quite tight for the next few days, I guess. And also today, Alison goes to work. She will go to work at 3 p.m. I don't think I'll be hiring the nanny though, because I feel like Alison, she trusts Emmanuel to be on his own at the house. If I really cannot leave Emmanuel on his own, I'll be hiring the nanny. But, you know, we need to keep an eye on the money and try to save as much money as possible, and hiring a nanny would cost a lot of money, so yeah. But as you can see, Emmanuel, he's really responsible. He can actually take care of the house by himself. But first of all, let's go ahead and wear a costume. So he can be Grandmaster Yoda or a sausage. And I think he would go for the sausage because, as I said, he's a funny guy. And being a sausage, I guess, is something that he can have quite a bit of fun with. And so for his aspiration, he needs to make a friend and he needs to meet 5 new Sims, which he's probably going to do tonight if we have some kids coming over. I really hope that we'll have more children than teenagers because he really needs to make a new friend. What is he going to do? He's going to go ahead and read a book. Also, as you can see, it's a very warm day. He was actually wearing his hot weather wear just before he started wearing his costume. But that's because we're living in Oasis Springs and I don't think we're going to have any snow or anything, which I'm really happy with. But because he needs also to become good friends again with his mom, since he was supposed to be when he aged up, but because Alison yelled at him quite a bit, he's not good friends with her anymore. I would like for the 2 of them to spend more time together. So let's go do our heartfelt compliments. Usually adults do not like the goof around interaction. Let's go ahead and make some silly face and sing about Spooky Day, definitely. Apparently he really likes this holiday. Oh, and my game is quite laggy from time to time, and I don't know why. I wonder if it has something to do with the UI, but it just happens sometimes. Like, right now, for example, I don't know why it's laggy this way. Let's go ahead and talk about toys, and I will control in just a second Alison to go ahead and pay the bills. This is something that I can do following the rules of this challenge. I'm really worried for the money because she really doesn't make a whole lot of money. But if we can leave Emmanuel alone at the house, we'll be able to save more than 100 simoleons since... Oh, Alison just got a good reputation, really? Oh, well, that's good to know. Discuss interests. She's apparently a very good sim. So I'd love to get the carving pumpkin thing, but I don't know. I don't know how much it costs. I would like for Allison to first pay the bills. Maybe we could go to the park and I could place a carving pumpkin station over there. And I think the laundry is done, so I will have Emmanuel take care of this. Let's go ahead and talk about school. Oh no, Allison is leaving. Well, he's going to be nice and clean up his mom's plate. Once again, he realizes that he's raised by a single mom and that she has a lot on her plate, and so he wants to help her as much as possible. He's a very caring person. And I think also that Emmanuel, whenever something wrong happens, you know, when he feels bad or something, he would not talk about that to anybody. Because he doesn't want for anybody to feel sick, to feel sad for him or feel bad for him. He thinks he's a very lucky guy, and he is in a sense, but sometimes you're allowed to feel sad, but Emmanuel, he doesn't feel like he can be sad because he's the goofball, he's the jokester, he's the one who makes always people feel great. Allison, I would like for you to go ahead and pay the bills. Pay bill. Oh, and he needs to go ahead and use the bathrooms. Let's go and use. Right now, honestly, I'm just waiting for some children to come over before he has to go to school, and he can also maybe clean out the spoiled food. And we have, oh, we're left with 389 simoleons. That's really not a lot of money. Yeah, these two are definitely struggling right now. Maybe Allison's decision to move to Oasis Springs was probably not the best decision to take, especially because this house is worth a lot more than she thought she could afford. Hopefully she'll be able to keep affording this house, but if the family struggles to pay the bills next week, we'll have to think about another situation. But Emmanuel, of course, he doesn't realize this, you know, he doesn't take into account money and earning money. He associates work with school, you know, and when you go to school, usually you do not earn any money, so he doesn't really take that into account. I mean, when you're a child, you do not really pay attention to your parents' money. You do not see that as a child. And he's getting hungry again, so let's go have a quick meal. He can maybe have some animal crackers. I mean, it's spooky day. Let's get some sugary things. But because he's a child, I don't think it's going to affect him that much. Oh, thank you. Is that the nanny? I think Ira is the nanny. Yes, it is. Oh, and Allison is leaving for work, so let's see if we really need to hire a babysitter. Okay, so she can actually leave Emmanuel on his own at the house, which is great. So we'll be saving up at least 100 simoleons each night. And I guess, you know, he's so excited to finally meet someone. He's going to go ahead and sit on this bench. I mean, it's also a very beautiful day, so he could enjoy being outside. I mean, I'm probably going to give him eventually the Loves Outdoors trait. He's going to enjoy being outside quite a lot. And also in this neighborhood, we have this playground area for children right here, so I guess maybe I could keep an eye on this area. Though usually there's no children coming and playing in here, but as soon as he gets a new best friend, maybe they can come here and play together. And I was thinking maybe he could start a club with all of his friends, and he would just enjoy hanging out with them, and we could change the different rules for the club as the members just age up and stuff, you know. He wants to be mischievous as well. I guess it's the spooky day spirit that he has in mind. Oh, look who's here. It's Wolfgang Munch and Morgan Futis. Actually, these two, I really see them being a couple and being together. Like Morgan, I think she's in love with Wolfgang. And, you know, they're both parts of the Renegades. And I think Morgan, she has the good traits. So technically, she has nothing to do with the Renegades in a sense. But she's just really attracted to Wolfgang because of his bad boy attitude. But I don't think he's the right guy for her. But, you know, she's a teen, so she doesn't really see that. And she's the sister of Chauvin. I think this is how you say this name. And her sister is so successful that she tries to make her own way in the world by being a little bit different than her sister, and she's just attracted by this guy, you know? There is a child! Who is this? Evie Delgato. Oh, I don't know if she's going to be his new best friend. We'll have to see, but he just needs to meet 4 more people, hopefully kids. Okay, stop playing, Emmanuel. Can he... Oh, he cannot trick or treat? Well then, at least, you know, he can friendly introduce himself to her. Or he should have been maybe doing a funny introduction. But anyway, dish undercooked. An unhappy customer has sent back a dish that's undercooked and inedible. Allison can handle this one of 2 ways. Either nuke it in the microwave or make the dish over from scratch. Let's just go ahead and nuke it. Perfect! A microwave can be a great time saver. Good to know. Tease about Crush. You barely even know her. Let's go and joke about toilets. I love her costume, by the way. Like, she's a pirate. This is really cool. Enthuse about candy. And there's the Humor and Hijinks Festival in town. That kind of makes sense with a spooky day. You just want to be funny. I don't know why, but for me, when it's Halloween or spooky day, you just want to make funny jokes and quite morbid jokes, if that makes sense. Oh, she's a cat lover. That makes sense because she came with the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. Oh, who is this? It's Lucas Munch, although he's going to be aging up into a teenager soon. Let's go and do a friendly introduction to Lucas anyway. I heard you became friends with Addison Forsyth. Well, she's our mom, so that makes sense. Let's go and ask about Day. Who is this? Raj Rasoya. This is so cool to see a lot of people just wearing costumes all over town. Share Spooky Day excitement. I guess the three of them are very excited. Though Lucas Munch, he should be aging up into a teenager fairly soon. I think Evie is closer from Emmanuel's age than Lucas is. Play make-believe. Also, I'd like to check his aspiration. So he'll need to achieve level 5 of social skill. I'm pretty sure he's going to reach the level 5 rather soon and make a BFF, so maybe Evie could be his BFF. I was hoping to meet some of the new kids that I've placed in the world. Let's talk about school, I guess. Emmanuel is really curious to know what school is all about, why people are always talking about it, why he really has to go, and how are people at school. I guess he's really wondering. And there you go, he's already reached social level 5. So he's really not going to struggle with this skill. I'm just mainly worried about the aspiration and not the skill, because the social skill is one of the easiest to complete as a child. And for his life stage, he actually needs to reach the level 10 of one child skill, and then reach the level 2 of an adult skill. So I think he's going to reach the level 2 of the charisma skill. Yeah, I know you want some candy, but apparently I cannot give any to you. I'm really sorry. Okay, are they going to be maybe 2 more children? Who is this? Justin Delgado. I guess he came with his daughter Evie. Let's try to be maybe a little bit more friendly with Lucas. Because at some point I think you need to be friends with 3 kids. Become friends with 3 other children. So 3 other children other than our BFF. And we need to become friends with 2 adults. I don't know if his mom is going to count. I guess the nanny would? I'm not sure. We would have to invite her over and check. Because for the aspiration to take in account that you're friends with someone, or at least it was this way when I last played with this aspiration, you need to invite the person you're friends with over in order for the aspiration to realize that you're in fact friends with that person. Let's go ahead and talk about the warm temperature. I mean, it's fall and they're having a very, very nice weather. How is going to be the weather for the next few days? Oh, on Harvest Fest, we're going to have a mysterious weather. I still don't really know if I want to keep the holiday gnomes, but I guess we could earn some money from them. But also, they could destroy the entire house. Oh, and we have the lottery. Oh, I'd love to control Allison to play with the lottery. I might control Allison to play for the lottery. I guess this is definitely something that she would do. But other than that, we're having a really, really nice weather. It's going to be sunny all week, except for this day. It's going to be partly cloudy. And then towards the beginning of winter, it's going to be cloudy. But I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of snow. And it's mainly going to be cool, not very cold or freezing. Or actually, this would make sense for a desertic area. Usually it's really, really cold when it's the night or when it's the cold seasons. So there were only 2 children that came? Not even a teen. I wonder if there will be someone else. Oh, he's going to go ahead and play in the closet. He's feeling really nice. Look at him, bouncing around. But I guess he feels a little bit bored, you know, being alone at the house this way. He's trying to just occupy himself. Oh, that's sad that there is nobody else coming. I would have thought there was going to be maybe more children. There is a ghost! Let's go ahead and talk with the ghost. Who is this? We have Rashid Mansouri and Aisha Ishmael. Let's go and meet this guy and talk with the ghost. So this way you can at least have a good holiday, because the trick-or-treating just doesn't count. I don't know how you can actually play around with the trick-or-treat tradition as a child. I know that as an adult you can... Oh, no. Well, then let's go and talk with Aisha. Or Aisha, I don't know. Get to know. What does he want to do? Oh, he wants to do a dance workout. Do we have a stereo? I don't think so. No, we do not have a stereo, so why do you want to do a dance workout? We could go to the gym maybe one day. Maybe Alison would like to go to the gym. Talk about school and admire ghost. Maybe this is what we need to do to take care of this tradition. There is another ghost here. What's going on with him? What was that? That was a weird glitch. And look at that, he's already social level 6. Talk with the giant stuffed animals will now reduce sadness. Also, Emmanuel can research idioms at the computer. Really cool. Sing about Spooky Day. Oh, look at that, he's having a blast. Oh, we should keep talking to this ghost. No, we're not going to complain about... Ooh, that car was really close. Share Spooky Day excitement. Let's go and admire Ghost again. Oh, there's another ghost here. And there you go. We've completed this one. Yay! He wants to play in the closet again. Let's go and say goodbye. Where is the goodbye? Goodbye, right here. And then he can go back in there and play in the closet. So tomorrow he's going to go to school, hopefully meet more children, and for now I'm aiming for Evie to become his friend, since Lucas is going to age up pretty soon into a teenager anyway. While Evie, she was a toddler when, you know, when you first start a new save, she's a toddler. So she was around the same age as Emmanuel, so that could be cool maybe for the two of them to become good friends. He's just having so much fun. Look at him! This is so cool. And there you go, he's done. Do you need anything? He might need maybe to take a bath. Let's go and play in the bath. He would play everywhere. He just wants to have fun in his life. He's just going to be a funny kid. Even when he'll be older, he's always going to be a funny kid. The funny guy. But I feel like, you know, he's going to struggle with some difficult path and nobody's never really going to see that. He's always going to hide to everyone that he sometimes can feel upset or anything. Hey, Alison. Are you coming back home? I don't know. You should. You should come back home, Alison. He's also getting a little bit hungry, so maybe we could go ahead and get some leftovers. I wonder if Alison will eventually maybe prepare some food. You know, like a family-size food or party-size food. Instead of just preparing food for herself. Oh, look at him! He's peeing standing up! I've never seen this interaction before! I know this sounds quite weird to say, but this is so cool! I don't know if you remember or if you've ever played The Sims 2, but when a little boy child, peed for the first time standing up, you could hear a little music playing with their pee going into the bathroom. That was just so funny. She just doesn't seem to want to go home. Oh, there you go. She's finally doing something. Well, I guess she's hungry, so she's going to take some mac and cheese with her son. Let's go and chat a little bit more with Mom. Pop culture with reference, which is probably something that he wants to do. Yes, reference pop culture. Make silly face. Sing about Spooky Day again. I'd love for the two of them to become good friends again before he heads back to bed. Oh, it's Maisie Grove. Do an impression. Look at that! Social skill level 7. He just needs to meet one more person. Maybe we should have gone and talked to another ghost. Is there another ghost around town? No, I don't see any other ghosts. Well then, that's okay. Because the children that he's going to meet at school, I don't think they're going to count. Though, yet again, his mother counted as a new person to meet. And yes, we actually do have these. Cool, so unwelcome present. I got a present that I think is dumb. I want to trade it with a friend or give it back. Can I do that? That present was for you. Be grateful. Sure, give it to someone else. So I'm thinking that maybe his biological father has sent him something, even though technically he didn't want to have anything to do with Emmanuel. And that's why Emmanuel thinks this present is dumb. It's because this biological father is definitely not his father. He's just biologically related to him. And this is probably one of the things that Emmanuel feels hurts with, because he never knew this guy, and he definitely do not consider him as his dad. So I'm sure his mom would not tell him to be grateful, but if Emmanuel feels uncomfortable with this present, she would tell him, sure, give it to someone else. So empathy increases, which seems quite strange, but manners decreases. That's okay. He barely just started working on his character values, so he has quite a bit of empathy. He's definitely going to be very compassionate. Good manners, bad manners. I don't think this one I'm going to be working on too much. And the emotional control, maybe not. Maybe the uncontrolled emotions could be nice. Irresponsible. He's definitely going to be very responsible. And he's feeling a little bit tired, so he's going to go to sleep, and he's going to go to school tomorrow. So I think by the end of tomorrow, at the end of tomorrow's day, I'll be ending this part. So I will resume as soon as Emmanuel gets up. Emmanuel just got up, and he's ready to start his first day of school. So he also wants to play with a giant stuffed animal, so let's go and play. And he feels amazing. He's not even hungry. I guess, it's because he's so excited to finally going to school. You're going to school, right, today? Yes, he's going to go to school in 15 minutes, or actually 15 seconds. I'm so excited for him. And apparently the teddy bear sometimes opens their eyes, I should say. I guess I've seen it, but I just never really took or paid too much attention to it. The more your relationship evolves with this teddy bear, the more likely they are to open their eyes. But anyway, Emmanuel is going to go to school today. I'm going to have him meet some new friends, make new friends, and I don't think Allison works today. Usually when my children's Sims first go to school, I have their parents prepare a nice breakfast for them. I have some kind of a celebration to celebrate the fact that it's their first day of school, so it feels really strange. Oh, cool. So that actually counts by just meeting people at school? And I think Lucy is one of the Sims that I've added in the world. Oh, that's really cool. Also, if you're wondering why Allison is feeling sad, it's because she had a very awful... Oh, Rita as well is a new Sim. But she had a very awful holiday with Spooky Day, which is really sad. But, that happens, especially because I was not controlling you. Look at all these people always playing in this sleeve pile. But that's really, really cool that it actually counts by just meeting new people at school. I'm really happy to see that. I don't think it works with the other social aspirations, for adults. But he's met Lucy and Rita, or Retha. I don't know. I would go for Rita, to be honest. But at least this is how I would have pronounced it in French. So yeah, Alison, I don't think she works today. She doesn't work for the next couple of days, which is really, really bad because we really need the money too. I think as soon as Emmanuel becomes... Oh, sure, come back home with Evie. Oh, definitely. Emmanuel is done with school for the day, and he doesn't have a school project to work on. Let's go and spend some time with her, talk about the sunny weather, and talk about toys, ask about day, and get to know her, even though we know that she's a cat lover. Yes, I think Evie is going to become his best friend. They've met yesterday, she was the first child that he met, and she was also a sim that was already there in the world. Talk about favorite animal. Usually I try to avoid my Sims to become friends with the townies, because after that, whenever I play once again with those townies in the world, you know, when I start a new save, I just keep thinking about the Sims that became friends with them. But I guess, you know, it can be okay with Emmanuel. Makes silly face. But I guess it's also because I'm kind of strange. So, there you go. Joke about gross food. I don't know if he'll be able to reach the BFF level today. He also needs to work on his homework because he needs to become a student at school. He wants to rake leaves too. Do we have any leaves to rake? Oh, I guess because of this tree we'll have to rake some leaves. No. Let's go and monkey around. Because she's a child, she's going to be okay with it. Let's go ahead and talk about school and how excited you were to be at school today. I guess he was happy to finally know, to know someone already when he went to school. Maybe it was also Evie's first day of school. Oh no, she did not like that. Oops. And social level 8. Yes, the skills are definitely going to be very easy. It's just the aspiration that's going to be quite difficult. Enthuse about candy. What could be nice though is that before the end of the day they become friends. Sorry. Anyway, her career is unknown. She's at school. She's a child. Quote cartoon character. They're friends. There you go. So at least you know he knows Rita and Lucy. He should need to meet another child in order to move on, when he'll be moving on to the next milestone of his aspiration, since he needs to be friends with 3 other children. He needs to meet just one more kid to become friends with. Discuss interest. Maybe we could play make-believes again. Oh, he's also getting hungry. And look at that! Social level 9! It's so easy to work on this skill with the child. Discuss interest. Oh, and he wants to finish his homework, so I'm going to pin these 2 ones. I definitely want to work on these with him. But he's also getting a little bit hungry, so... because they just became friends, I guess... let's go with some chicken nuggets. Maybe tomorrow he can invite her back at the house and try to become best friends with her, because he really needs to take some time to work on his homework too. And eat a little bit. How is his relationship with his mom? They're still friends, so let's try to become good friends with her. Brighten day. Heartfelt compliment. I wonder how Alison feels to see her son so independent. I guess she's proud, but on the other hand, maybe she feels strange to not be as needed as she was when he was a toddler. I guess this is a difficult phase to go through when you're a mother. You're happy, and yet maybe you wish to be a bit more wanted from your child. Discuss food flavors, why not? He's definitely very social. Give a pep talk? Yes, why not? He just wants for his mother to feel great and for the people around him. I know I keep repeating this, but it's Emmanuel, This is one of his main thoughts. Every day he just thinks about that. Making people happy. Make fun of adults? No, she wouldn't like that. Let's go and discuss interests. Oh, he wants to enthuse about interests, I guess. So let's see if he can do that with his mom. And there you go! He mastered the social skill. And they just became good friends again. That's amazing. Great! Lucas Munch. Oh, hey Emmanuel, we'd love to have you join the League of Adventurers. What do you think? Oh, that would be so cool though. Most of the children in this club will be aging up into teenagers soon. Well, you know what? I'm going to say yes, I'd love to. Though we're not going to go and gather with them today. So there is Max, there is Elsa, and Lucas. And we can maybe invite... Evie? Let's go and invite Evie. There you go, Evie is now also part of the League of Adventures. Super cool! But I think I'll have him anyway create one of his own club where he can have his closest friends. Even if Lucas is a little bit older than he is, maybe he can still be friends with him, Oh, did Evie threw a tantrum and made a mess? Oh no, that's not nice. Where is she, by the way? Is she still in the house? She might have left. Did we have a notification saying that she was leaving? No, I don't think we've had anything. No, she might have left without saying a word. Or maybe she's playing over there? Who are you? Oh, it's Billy Jang! Oh, I guess the children needs a couple more days. Oh, look at Allison! She came to help him with his homework. On her own, that's just amazing. These two, when she's not angry, she's a very nice mom. When she becomes angry, you really should get away from her. Maybe he should take a shower. It's really late though. Is Billy still playing over there? No, she's left. Well then. Oh, I'm just so happy that he's actually spending some time with his mom. But she probably would have told him, go take a shower. He would go ahead and take a speedy shower. And what time is it? It's 9 p.m. Maybe he could call Evie, you know, or maybe send a text to try and improve a little bit more their relationship while she's in there. Oh, look what he's wearing. Oh, actually, this was the outfit that I wanted for him to wear today for his first day of school. No, you do not go ahead and make a mess. Oh, he can cuddle with his mom even though she's eating. Oh, I don't know. She was eating. This was so nice for her, you know, to be taking care of herself. But I really want to see them cuddle before we end the part. Enthuse about candy. Come join me on the couch, Mama. Come on, sit. There you go. Let's go and cuddle. Oh, she's maybe complaining a little bit about work. And of course, he would be listening to her. This is adorable. But on that note, guys, I'm going to end this part here. So I really want to apologize for how long this part is, or actually it has ended up being. I always try to have my parts being quite short or under 30 minutes, but I always fail, especially when I don't play with the series for quite some time, and I'm just having so much fun with Emmanuel. I never really want to stop playing with him. But I have to stop here, and hopefully within this week we'll have another part with Emmanuel and Allison and try to become best friends with Evie and work also on his homework. And he's already completed one thing that he needed before becoming a teenager, which is amazing. So really happy with this. I also wonder if in the next part we might have actually Harvest Fest in the next part, which is quite exciting. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye everyone!